As the month of February moved right along this calendar year, Maine Railroad and Dollhouse hobbyists got set and made their annual visit to the Augusta Armory for the Railroad and Dollhouse Hobby Show. This year, the heralded Three Railers O-Scale Model Railroad Club became the new presenters of this show that was formerly the Whitefield Lions Club's venue for the last 30 years.
Yeah, I got a call from the guy that was running the Whitefield Lions Club the train show. That's where we had this many years before. Called me up and he said they were not going to do it anymore. He said he was tired, whatever. But nonetheless, long story short, we took it over. This is in our wheelhouse. We go all over to nursing homes and stuff with set up layouts and stuff like that. And we participated in the Whitefield Lion Club's show. And I felt it was important that we continued this show, but just for the hobbyists' sake, not for our sake or, for the hobbyists, they'd be out of show right here in central Maine. So it was very important for us to take this over. And so far, it looks like it's going to be a good deal. It's the first time, and I'm sure we're going to do it again. I know we're going to do it next year.
Yeah, are you a vendor?
I have my own miniature dollhouse business for 26 years in Belfast now.
Oh, wow. And how did you get started with the Lions Club?
Actually, Barbara Hagan, I was a friend with Barbara Hagan. So I own the miniature business, so I did the show to support them too.
This is a big event for us, having this show here. We've had one up at the Elks Club, but on a much smaller scale.
I can tell you all about that.
Oh, splendid.
I can tell you all about that, if you get time. Whoops, you're writing something down. That's all. And the show has been going on for probably close to 30 years. So this has been an institution. The fact is, this is where I got my start in the hobby. I live locally, and I just had to take in the show at the Armory in February, and consequently was hooked thereafter. Barbara Hagan, she's now passed. It was her and her husband, Dick Hagan, that for many years organized and put the show on prior to Steve Lundry. And it was Barbara's interest was the dollhouses. And she had a business out in Whitefield, Barbara's Barn.
Well, Barbara had a lot of mixed pieces that I wouldn't have had, and she did her own business, and we used to send customers to each other. She was in Windsor, and I was in Belfast. So we'd send people back and forth all the time.
I don't know what it is. How many years have you been in the show?
I was trying to ask Kate. It's usually like Kate and Kathy. Mm-hmm. I am going to say, my guess would be about 20 years. That would be my good guess.
The Lions Club kept it up until recently. And then they approached us, the last show chair approached us because, they didn't want to continue with it, not enough help, and so forth. And so there was a bunch of us who have a long history of being here. We couldn't wait to jump at the opportunity to take over the show.
Were there other hobbyists contacting you folks to make it happen? I mean, did you get a lot of?
No. It was basically the last show chair for the Lions Club had approached our club president. Steve Lundry. Yeah, Steve had approached our current club president, Gene Thayer, about, we don't know if we want to continue. And he had also spoke to the Armory as well. And because the Armory, when we first contacted the Armory about picking this up, they were expecting our call. So we know they'd already, talked about hoping they could keep this show going. And I know from our contact here at the Armory, this is one of their better shows on the year. So they were kind of hoping that this show would continue. And of course, we're just excited to be able to do it. It's more work, obviously, but I think the payback in terms of seeing all the people and giving the vendors a fair shot at being able to display and sell their wares has been good.
Check it out. I think I hit another grand slam here. I got these Walters main lines, modern day Well, this is New York Central, so I don't know if you consider that modern day, but I don't walk away from New York Central. Yeah, look at this covered hopper, ADMs. These are the 60-footers. Yep. I got CSX. I got gondolas. I found all these great gondolas. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Small. All these community model railroad shows. I mean, this is what you get. This is what happens. It doesn't matter the size sometimes. You know. Well, definitely without you making this move, and without the three railers making this move, where would we have gone?
This show would have disappeared into the night, I guess. So, I mean, we've been putting on a small show at the Augusta Alps, usually in March, and that's good. It's well attended. It's a very congenial type show. It's not as big as this Armory show.
All kinds of goodies, huh?
Yes. Wow.
That's so cute for $10.
Wow.
Gee.
The thing about this Armory show is that it's an institution. And I know that's easy to say, but truly it's an institution. It's been going on probably for at least 30 years.
Yeah.
And there are people who will turn out for this show that probably won't bother to look around for other train shows. Maybe.
Does that run on steam?
No, it's a push. It's that's mine.
Okay.
And my father built that for me when I was 6 years old.
Wow.
Back in 1954. And it was a toy. Didn't have all the fancy stuff on it. You know, it was just kind of bare bones. So you could roll it on the floor. I used to take it out, put it on the sidewalk, and push it around and sit on it. But over the past, since 1989, when I got it out of my mother's cellar, took it home, I've been working on it off and on. So that's the stage it's at now. It's got the plumbing on it. A lot of the details are what's actually on the real 470.
It's a model that you would display on a shelf? Or
I do. I have it on a shelf at home.
Wow.
We also cater to, as the Lions Club did, the Dollhouse people, and they're a great adjunct. They kind of pushed us over the top in terms of table rentals, so they're a good group to have in with us.
So how do you feel? You know, the pandemic hopefully is on the tail end, and you know.
Well, we'll get on this end of the table.
Sure.
I'm gonna come over here with this guy for a minute, okay?
Hi, sure. Hi.
This right here, I run a page on Facebook, and I felt like, what can I do to make these kids more positive through this pandemic? Where my shop is, I had a family with 8 children, and so I started this at Christmas. And basically, this is a free section, which has really gone down because it was huge. And I had numerous kids today that picked out free things in their ages and their names, and it's to get these kids back into a positive. We have been really affected ourselves with the pandemic, so the kids really need to be doing this.
Wow.
So that's what I did, and I type up a story and I put it out there on my page so that everybody knows that I actually followed through on what I said I would do.
So basically you had all these items for free?
Yes. Which were people all over the country that sent them to me.
Wow, do you think it may inspire some people to have their own dollhouses? And
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know? So it's been...
Like the torch, like the match.
Yep. So my friend, have we picked out things, or are we still thinking?
Yeah, she's trying to fit in. This is one of her little people, so she's trying to fit in.
Oh, okay. List of all the children that came today, and all got free things off the table.
And this is like...
And their ages.
It's a lot of kids.
That's right. And that's what I'm doing. I'll type up on the thing, and then all the girls that have sent me these things will know.
Lots of inspiration there.
That's right.
Well,
And
God bless you.
I've been doing it since Christmas in the shop. So yeah, I want kids being kids. This pandemic's been terrible for them.
We had a hard time deciding whether we were going to participate and take over this show. And that's because most of our members are getting older, and there's some challenges with setting things up and that type of thing. But it's really gone well. We're going to find as we break down what the challenge is before we leave. But it was successful enough that looks like we're already looking forward to next year.